Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Now I'm finally back with another deck for you guys. So sorry that I hadn't been able to upload. It's just I've been busy doing Australian touristy stuff, which has been quite fun. If you want to see some of the things that I've done, maybe check out my Facebook page or my Instagram. But yeah, so basically I've been trying to do a bunch of stuff, making the best of my time here, because it's not like, at least for me, it's not like you can travel to the other side of the world for just a weekend or like on a whim. So trying to use my time as best as possible, but I am back here with the Decidueye Leafeon-GX deck. Now, Leafeon-GX is one of the new GXs from Ultra PRISM to 100 HP, ability Breath of the Leaves, which allows you to heal 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has energy attached to it, as long as Leafeon is your active Pokemon. Then Solar Beam does a very solid 110 damage for a single grass and a single DCE. And finally we have the GX attack, which is the main appeal of Leafeon. Grand Bloom GX. For each of your benched basic Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Lots of put that and evolve that Pokemon there. So basically, if you're going second on turn 1, you actually get to evolve all of your basic Pokemon. So this is one of the decks that actually has a lot of merit to go second, but it can also arguably recover pretty well from a not so great start. You don't get the turn 1 Brigette, but you get it on turn 2. Basically, whenever you just bench a basic, you have the option to evolve it. But this attack is definitely stronger when going second on your first turn. Now, we are combining this with the Decidueye-GX 140 HP. Its ability Feather Arrow allows you to put extra damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. 2 for every ability, so we're combining Leafeon with a heavy 4/4/4 Decidueye line, so that we get a lot of Decidueyes into play, and therefore we are able to deal just a lot of damage. Razor Leaf does 90 for the same cost as Leafeon, so less cost effective, but Decidueye does have this great ability. The huge HP 240 goes really well with Leafeon's ability, so lots of synergy between the two. And then GX probably won't be using that GX attack too much because of the fact that we are going to be prioritizing Leafeon. But I'm sure there will be games where you get such a good setup early on, or you go first and then you get to evolve, that you really won't be using Leafeon's GX attack, although that is the focus of the deck and the big reason why Leafeon is in there. So we won't be using Hollow Hunt to recover 3 cards very often, but there might be situations where we will. Now we have the 4/2 Leafeon line, we have the 4/4/4 Decidueye line, we have the 2 Kokos to help us spread damage around. Goes really nicely with Decidueye's attack. We also have Espeon-EX to devolve and therefore get prices easy in that way. And then we also have triple Tapu Lele-GX, which allows us to not only attack with Energy Drive, but also searches for supporters with Wonder Tag. And the ideal scenario is leading with Eevee, that's why we have 4 of them. Leading with Eevee, evolving into Leafeon, using Lele for Brigette for triple Rowlet, and then immediately evolving them into Dartrix. Now, as far as supporters go, we have 3 Cynthia. Cynthia is a great card here because we don't want to discard too many pieces on our stage 2 line. We would like to discard the Leafeon pieces once we have used it, but even having 2 Leafeons to heal actually sounds very, very nice. So Cynthia allows us to keep those cards alive. We also have N, 3N, which I feel like is going to be the standard, 3 Cynthia and 3N. Then we have 2 Brigette, 2 Guzma, 2 Acerola, and 2 Sycamore. And then 4 item cards, we have the 4 Trouble, we don't have any Rare Candy because now we do have Leafeon, 2 Choice Band, 2 Field Blower, a single Rescue Stretcher, and finally 3 Float Stones. For energy, we have 6 basic grass and 4 DCE. So the one thing that does worry me a lot is the basic grass count, because that might mean that getting the turn 1 Leafeon might not be as easy as we would like. However, let's jump into a ladder and see how well we do with this deck. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to try to record the videos right now, but by tomorrow, you guys should probably be able to expect a Glacian Zoroark deck in the channel. And then if you have any suggestions for the next few days, I would really appreciate them. Such as like which other decks or cards from Ultra PRISM you would like to see. Probably Empoleon, probably Barcham, Lucario, stuff like that. Which I don't think either of those is very good, but hey, might as well give them a try, right? And right off the bat, we start Koko, which is nice. We do start Cynthia as well, so we're gonna try to do our best to set up a turn 2 Bloom-GX, I guess. And we are up against Pika-Bulu, so I would imagine this is a good matchup because Pika-Bulu can never hit for 240. Therefore, the Decidueyes will be dealing a ton of damage, and by devolving, we should be able to get rid of the Vigolds. The issues we want to attack with Lele or Leafeon potentially, so the damage placement is gonna have to be very precise. Now, my opponent did triple mulligan, however, in all those triple mulligans, we were unable to actually find either an Eevee, an Ultra Ball, or a Lele, or anything like that. So we're just gonna have to Cynthia right here. Of the Cynthia, we do find not only the Eevee, but also the Ultra Ball. Now we are missing the grass, but for now, this is all we will do. Now, why did I not use the Ultra Ball? Simply because if I use the Ultra Ball now to find Lele, to find Brigette even, I could still do all of those things. Then if my opponent ends me, I don't have an Ultra Ball to search for Lele for Brigette after he ends me. Also, if I played the Lele, I also wouldn't have Ultra Ball and Lele, so essentially 2 less outs to finding the cards I need, which is never ideal, right? Now, Bulu only hits us for 30. My opponent did not set up a single Grubbin, and we do top deck another Ultra Ball. So, if I Brigette here, I won't be able to use Bloom-GX, so my plan is actually going to change. I only get to see my deck, and we see that one Leafeon is prized, so is one Rowlet, so is one Ultra Ball, because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, one Ultra Ball, and then one Brigette, one Float Stone, and one TCG, oh, and one Grass. Yeah, no DC, one Grass. Those are our 6 prizes, so I'm actually gonna double Ultra Ball for double Rowlet, and now that I think about it, maybe this is another deck where okay, so no grass for us. Maybe this is another deck where the Nest Ball engine actually works better, because in order to guarantee the grass, like starting the grass with only 6 is very unreliable. So you might want to just dig deeper with a Sycamore or Cynthia, finding the basics that way. I'm not sure, but maybe there's merit to the Nest Ball here, the Nest Ball approach. Now, we are going to be able to set up a Dartrix here, but with only 2 Rowlets left, like as time goes by, our Bloom-GX actually ends up being less and less effective, which is never a good thing. We will have another turn of spread and damage, which is really nice. Might even force our opponent to use up the GX attack, and this is the least ideal Sycamore in this deck's history ever. We don't even find another Rowlet. So actually, I think I'm gonna attach to the Dartrix too, because at this point Leafeon is now completely useless. I'm gonna spread some damage. By attaching the grass here, basically, I will force my opponent's Bulu to use up the GX attack, which is what I'm looking towards. If he chooses not to use the GX attack, that's completely fine by me. That means I can knock out the Bulu next turn with a Decidueye and a TCE. I don't, however, have any sort of draw now. No Ultra Ball, no Lele, no Cynthia, no more Sycamore left in the deck either, no N. So this is actually really terrible. Okay, so there we saw the Decavolt. So my opponent set up, use Strong Charge to power up the Bulu and, well, both Bulus a little. And this is where he's debating the GX attack use, I would assume. Wonder Tag for either Guzma or Cynthia. Okay, so N would have been ideal for us. But my opponent smartly chooses Cynthia. There's no way he or she could know my hand. Here's another energy for the turn. And we're gonna see the GX attack. Okay, so that makes sense, right? That makes sense. That protects this Tapu Lele, which I am okay with. Now, what do I top deck? A Rowlet. Okay, so we are in a lot of trouble here. We are certainly in a lot of trouble. It is really bad, actually. Really bad. I'm just trying to make the deck thinner here. I can Feather Arrow. And the Feather Arrow can go towards Bulu. Let me think. Can I take a knockout? 20, then 120. I mean, I should still hit the Bulu, I guess. Yeah, because that's the current big threat. And looks like in our first game, we're not going to be using Leafeon's GX attack, we will just be using Hollow Hunt here. So, our hand definitely merits a Cynthia, definitely merits a Choice Band, and definitely merits a DC. So, I'm not grabbing the Dartrix, the Decidueye, or the Rescue Stretcher, but I do have still 2 copies of each of those cards. So next turn the Tapu Lele will be at 160 damage. We will be 2-hit KO'd, that's fine. As long as we can set up 2 more Decidueyes potentially. That's the goal at least. That is the goal. So there's another energy. The benched Bulu also has a ton of damage on it already. Well, not a ton, but some damage on it already. I feel like Tapu Lele is gonna have to be very key here. Very key. And wow, we actually see my opponent powering up the Oranguru preemptively, which I don't particularly agree with. Okay, and now we're gonna see a hit for 120, yep, no discard. And now it's our turn. So we top deck the DC. Now we need it. I will Choice Band here. And I will Cynthia. For 6 cards, we get potentially the double Dartrix. Now we kinda need. If I get rid of the Choice Band here, I'm gonna have to get rid of Choice Band and Espeon to set up another Dartrix. Is that worth it? I do believe it is. Because if we follow that up, I'm gonna really need to get a knockout on the Bulu. My opponent will get 2 consecutive knockouts. He will be down to 1 card. one prize card rather. After he knocks out my Lele, which will be the attacking Pokemon. The choice band is just so important here. So important. I think I'm just gonna Feather Arrow the active. Yeah, the choice band is just really important here. And I'm just gonna race through this for 120. So that Bulu is 20 away from getting knocked out. Depending on what we draw, that could be the card that we use to Ultra Ball for the Decidueye Feather Arrow, get the knockout, and then before benching the Lele DC choice band, it'll be interesting to see who my opponent decides to promote. Oh wow, decides to retreat. That's such an awful move. That actually makes it really good for us. Now keeping the choice band feels like the smartest move. That's a huge misplay by my opponent. That is a huge misplay. There's a 120 damage, okay. So let's think this through. Lele only needs... Lele with the choice band now only needs one ability. Why? Lele now only needs one ability to knock out the fully powered up Tapu Lele. So I feel like that should be the correct choice, right? Yeah, okay, let's also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basic energy for my opponent. So let's do the Ultra Ball. I'm gonna lose a TC, which is that's what's really hurting me here. That's a really big downfall of this. But we might actually be able to keep our Lele safe from retaliation after we end my opponent down to 3 cards. He's gonna need to draw a natural grass because there's 2 in the discard, 2 and 3 in play. That means he has 2 grass in play if he's running the 7-5 split that is usual. So let's go with this. Let's go with the N. I am hitting for 130 plus a 20, that's 190. So yeah, my opponent made the worst possible misplay by retreating the previous turn. But hey, it's on him, not on me. We finally get the Leafeon. A little bit late, buddy. Just a little bit late. I will evolve the Float Stone Eevee, and then we only have 1 PC left after this, which is not ideal. But we are 1 Feather Arrow away from knocking out that Bulu, which is nice. We will be knocking out this Bulu, which is also pretty nice. And there's a knockout. So we get our 2 prize cards. No Rowlet does mean that we only have 1 ability so far. So this whole setting up multiple Decidueyes hasn't really been working out for us. This match has felt as if we're playing a bad Decidueye deck because we got no advantage whatsoever from the Leafeon. Now, as I mentioned, in order for my opponent to deal with the Lele, he needs to draw... Ooh, he chooses to promote or improve. Maybe to retreat, but he needs... I mean, he has a few outs, right? He needs no Grass Energy to be prized, and he needs to draw natural grass, and then he strong charges and knocks me out. He could also draw the Skylab for the energy... I forgot what's the name of the card, but the one that puts back 5 energy from the discard into the deck. It's definitely the one we're going to see here. Oh, but my opponent still needs to draw natural grass though, in order to attach and then strong charge. Unless he got Rare Candy Pickled. So he has options, but none of them are very likely. So he definitely made the good... Oh, he definitely made the good... a high percentage play. Skyline to Rare Candy does mean Rare Candy to Pickled. So now all my opponent needs is the energy recovery. Oh no, never mind. I don't like it. Now all he needs is for no grass to be prized. That's all my opponent needs here. Decides to use Instruct first. Might be looking for the energy recovery item. We see the first strong charge. Ooh, netting only a lightning and onto the big ult, and then my opponent chooses to psychic. Okay, so this is pretty good for us. Okay, so our Lele did survive, as I hadn't predicted. Okay, so what do we do here? The clock is ticking. I'm gonna Feather Arrow, knock out this Boo-Boo, see what options we can have. I know there's an Ultra Ball here. The Ultra Ball could help us thin out the deck. Float Stone and Leafeon, okay. So one thing I can do, like I could potentially retreat into Leafeon and heal my Lele. That's an option. I can also just knock out Leonine Guru, which is the only threatening Pokemon really at this point. I would love to have another Lele to just start powering that up. Relying on the last TCG, we know it's not priced, so we're gonna do that. We might as well power up the Leafeon, right? Might as well power up the Leafeon, and I'm actually gonna remove my Float Stone from this Leafeon in case I want to attach a Choice Band. Although I don't have any more Choice Bands left, so that was actually very silly. Let's just Cynthia here. Looking for Dartrix, we're looking to get closer to a DC. Acerola is actually a really good card here to draw, and we're gonna get rid of it on group. So now we are down to one prize card, which is gonna be the Ultra Ball. So our last prize card might be a Grass. Not entirely sure, but if we manage to Acerola up this Lele, we're gonna be in a fantastic position. This basically, like, it comes down big time to my opponent's mistake. We were going to try to entice him. If he hadn't retreated, if he had just attacked, I was going to try to entice him into placing the counter without benching my Lele, therefore he would feel safe by promoting the Bulu, and then we would bench the Lele DC Choice Band, and we would leave that other Bulu one Feather Arrow away. So there was a lot we could do there. I've also taken knockouts with Koko to spread. So my opponent top decked the Cynthia, presumably, or I don't know. But yeah, now we're in trouble once again, because now my opponent does get the knockout. He has the double strong charge, no GX attack, which is great, and he will live the energy attached, I would assume, which is bad news, because I chose to borrow the Leafeon. Okay, now this is where we really needed Espeon. Okay, now we need my opponent to not have a Guzma. Now we need my opponent to not have Guzma, therefore, as long as N isn't our last prize card, we should be good. Okay. So what do I need here? Oh, I really just need to damage my opponent. Oh, and I'm gonna have to retreat into the Decidueye, which is never a good thing. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away these two cards. I'm gonna get Dartrix. There is an N. There is also Guzma. There is a DC. This is so bad though. Everyone has played 0 Guzma so far. I generally don't think I can win without Guzma here. And he already has the Choice Band. Everyone recovered so well. That's ridiculous. If he has Guzma, he wins. 5 cards, 22 left. I have to risk it. If I end myself down to 0 cards, then I'm done for. I have to use my Feather Arrow here. And And then I do have to retreat into the Decidueye and then hope I will Feather Arrow once, 20. Oh, I even need 2 turns, that's awful. I actually need 2 turns here. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to close out this game, I don't think. We really are not going to be able to close out this game. Everybody just got everything he needed. Off of that Cynthia, he got the Float Stone, he was able to power up the Pickobolt. And there's the Guzma. So why do you attach? Seriously, like why do you bother attaching an energy from your hand and using strong charge? That's just wasting my time. That's just wasting everybody's time. Okay, so the deck didn't really work out too well, honestly. It looked like I was in commanding position. My opponent did top deck out of that, which was very unfortunate. The DC top deck where we needed Ultra Ball was also pretty hurtful, because then we were missing a DC. Not having the Acerola when we could have Acerola when the Lele actually survived. I guess that didn't matter. It would have forced my opponent to discard energy, but probably didn't matter too much. But anyways, a little bit unfortunate. I think it speaks more about the lackluster deck more than anything. And now we are in a situation where we are going second. We do have the Grass to evolve into Leafeon, but we don't have the Lele for Brigette, which is another issue here. Ooh, Goofy GG is playing Glacian Zorg. So can he retreat to prevent a Lele? Yeah, wow. My opponent's just starting with all the right cards. Yeah, so no abilities for us from our GX Pokemon. Opposite to our opponent's incredibly good hand, where he started. Wait, what? Did I misclick? Did I actually misclick there? I think I did. Wow. Oh boy. So there's the double Brigette. Ooh, we see a water. Okay, so that's so bad. My opponent attaches energy first before trading. Like, he could have gotten the DC off of the trade. Really could have been that simple. Okay. I misclicked the Leafeon, obviously. I misclicked the Leafeon. So the question is now, do I Brigette? Set up my triple things. Twice Cynthia. I feel like if I get the first hit on the Glacian, I'm gonna be really good here. That was a really bad play on my part though. Okay, so things get fixed and we actually have an opportunity to use Guzma-BUS next turn, but going on the offensive here is definitely the right way to go. Because of my opponent's inefficient energy use. We see a Float Stone. Okay, so we're gonna see a retreat into Zorg, but that does mean that our ability is actually active, which means we can use Breath of the Leaves. Now the choice band piece, it's no longer important. Anyways, yeah, the choice band just completely foiled our plans here. We do get another Leafeon, but once again, we are left with no draw whatsoever. There's no way I don't lose the Leafeon here. Is there merit to retreating? I think there is, actually. I'm gonna retreat. Okay, so we need my opponent to not have a Guzma, which he obviously will. Ooh, Breath of the Leaves, actually. Ooh, Breath of the Leaves. That still doesn't save my Leafeon, but I'm just gonna grant GX here. There we go. No more Dartrix available, unfortunately. One was priced. So super messy game here. Super messy game. We just need my opponent to not have a Guzma. That's all we need here. That is absolutely all we need. And we're gonna be able to knock out the Glacian on the bench. We're gonna see a trade. There's gonna be the Guzma. Right? Yep. Every time, guys. Every time. Oh boy. Okay. So I just Guzma here. Oh boy. This is so bad. Very underwhelming deck. It needs too many things to work properly as well. But it actually has Espeon as well. Okay. My opponent also has Espeon. See the Zoroark, we see another trade. Energy, Aqua Badge, Guzma. Sycamore. Okay, 2 Float Stones down. How many more Float Stones does my opponent have? How many Guzma does he play? He plays puzzles though, so... Okay, so we pass. With double trading, there's no way we can avoid another Guzma, right? You don't even have resistance to water, that's so bad. There's a Psychic. And there's a Guzma. And there's the Frost Bullet, so yeah. To say we are in trouble would be an understatement here. I mean, I get no trouble, but then I can't use Lele, I can't use Decidueye. There's a small parallel universe where maybe I deck my opponent out? Probably not. Still has 2 DCs left, I mean. He has at least 7 basic water energy and however many psychic. Yeah, really not impressed by the deck. I actually think Mess Ball something might be better. Generally think. Wow, my opponent wanting the knockouts chooses to retreat to Zoroark. So that means we can't Lele here. does mean we can Lele. So I'm gonna get rid of the 2 floats. And I'm gonna Ultra Ball for Lele. Okay, so now there's just no way. Okay, so off of this, I would need to find, off of this N, I would need to find Float Stone, 3 Decidueyes, DC, and Koko. Those exact 6 cards. Anything other than that does not give me any chance to win here. And there we go. Yeah, there's just no way here, I don't think. Okay, so if I don't even have a follow-up for next turn. I don't even have this Decidueye for next turn. I need to top deck Sycamore and then find double the Decidueye, and then I get 2 points that way. I went very smartly. He retreats into the Dartrix, into the Glacian, and ends up winning that way. So that's it. So yeah, guys, not a very good deck, I would say. It requires too much setup. It requires too much setup. It needs too much going for it in an ideal way, and it's just not sold. It's actually good. So yeah, guys, this will be all for me today, guys. Tomorrow you can expect a Noir completion deck without Espeon. But yeah, that will be all for me today, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more Ultra Prism action. Thank you, and bye-bye.